So 45-50 in the 5th gear. The torque is there to help you out. This mid-corner bumps and cement roads is something that the bike does not love. It loves low revs.
As compared to the rivals, it is one of the better or best looking naked motorcycles in the segment.
Although there is ample room in the seat for me to move around, the seat is definitely on the harder side. Good composure, of course, it's a naked, so I have windglass coming in. But even if I start going faster, now I get some buzzing from the seat.
Summers are almost here. It's not the sun that's hot right now, but also this bike. Now, that's a cheeky line, but that's the way I want to start this video of the Xtreme 250R. Now, I'm not in my riding kit right now. I went and changed because I've been riding the bike since morning, since 5:30, even when the sun was not out, till approximately 2 p.m. And I can't wait to share my entire feedback of this particular bike, the fastest 250cc in India. So the review starts right away with the acceleration test. Then we move to how the bike fares across variety of situations, city roads, highway roads, and of course twisties as well. And then a lot more about the tech involved, the design, the features. So yes, a detailed video of the 250R from Udaipur starts right away. First of all, how much will you have to pay for the Xtreme 250R? 1.8 lakh rupees Xtreme daily, which is fantastic and almost in the same price range as the Xpulse 210. For a bike that looks smashing, is loaded with features, is the fastest in the segment, this price is definitely killer. However, on the other hand, we are told this bike will only be sold through the Hero Premier outlets, not the regular outlets. So yes, the amount of Premier showrooms are less as of now, around 70 across the country. So that might limit the network of owners who can get this bike home. But nevertheless, it is a right start in the right direction. When I say direction, a few months back at the Bharat Mobility Expo, Hero showed what they are going to get for this year in the Indian market. A bigger scooter, Zoom 160, a bigger Xpulse, the Xpulse 210, and of course, a bigger Xtreme, the 250R. Done with the pricing, done with the showroom availability, and of course bookings will open on 20th of March. Now before we start to the main point of the acceleration and the riding thing, let me show you, or rather you should hear how the motorcycle sounds like. The mic is currently near my neck right now. From a rider's perspective, if I'm seated over here, this is how the bike sounds at lower RPM. And if you start gunning it, that's how this bike will sound from a rider's perspective. Of course, we have other shots of flybys and acceleration. There also you can make out how the motorcycle sounds like. It's a single cylinder 250cc motorcycle, and even the Xpulse was sounding pretty nice when we rode it yesterday. That video is either live on the channel or will go live very soon, but a detailed walk around without the opinion of the Xpulse is live on 91 wheels. Now let's get on the seat and tell you more about how the bike fares across a variety of situations, and then back to the same place. I'll tell you about the design and tech aids or the features that the motorcycle offers you at this particular price point.
So Udaipur is just about waking up. It's 6:20 in the morning. This is the, I think, old part of Udaipur narrow lanes. In normal daytime, it is congested, but we are making good case all towards the highway. Like the Xpulse, even the lights for the Xtreme are nice. They are superb. You can rely on them if you are riding in the dark. With no street lights around, you can make out. No street lights here, you can rely on them. What I've understood is that inside town, I'm really using the low and the mid-range. For example, 50 into 5th gear, not very too much. I'm also getting out of the sleep pattern, the lazy pattern. So in town, if you're using in mid-range, see how one RPM is always 6 gear, 60 gear gears. No issues from the chain or the engine. And I like bikes with such traits. You know, you're not always gonna be going flat out, right? Like this. sometimes you do want to laze around, be gentle with the motorcycle. And in that regard, the juicy blue and mid-range just coming landing. Of course, can't get to hit long throwing curves and even roads to understand the other side of the stream. But for now, this is nice. This is nice.
So they do have a timer right here on the screen. Let's see with my weight. Now, cemented patches are something that the Xtreme 250R does not like. It loves tarmac, but on the cemented patches, those cement joints and undulations, it really shows the stiff nature of the suspension. Of course, suspension is stiff for a reason, and that's the kind of handling the bike gives you. But so the speed breakers are pretty okay, but those cemented roads and joints will make you feel the road easily. Around town, when you're not pushing it too much, using all the torque, I'm at 45 in the 5th gear. So 45-50 in the 5th gear. The torque is there to help you out. That's a very useful plus point because when you're lazing around, you don't want to be in the high res always. By the way, a beautiful lakeside view in Kumbhalgarh. So yeah, these normal undulations, small town roads are taken care of. But this mid-corner bumps and cement roads is something that the bike does not love. It loves low revs. I'm at around 3000 RPM right now. No snatching jokes from the chain. The engine doesn't feel strained. So a very good plus point or a trait which you will love in city usage. But I also want to discuss with you how the bike feels at higher speeds around flowing corners and flowing curves, which we have ample coming up. Udaipur is what we're going back to. And then I also discuss with you high-speed manners on the Udaipur Mount Abu highway. So I am ensuring we get variations in our route. Again, so back to these cemented joints, I can make out my even voice is shaking. This is something that the bike does not like. But yeah, let's leave the city behind. Let's attack those corners. And I'm telling you, you'll be for a surprise in a good way. You do sit upright. So in traffic conditions, your back or your wrist are not taking any unwanted load. That is a nice thing. Seating is not aggressive. It's upright. It's a naked bike, of course. So negotiating traffic is an easy task. Clutches not heavy, and even at low RPMs, if you are picking up the bike in first second, it will not stall. Largely the motor is smooth. You don't have unwanted vibes coming in, but at a particular spot, just shy of 4000, some tingling vibrations, they come in from the seat near the tank. But otherwise it's a smooth operation. Now this is what the Xtreme really likes doing. Lovely set of roads from Kumbhalgarh to Udaipur. Long flowing curves, good tarmac, less traffic, and this is where you can really enjoy the bike in two ways. A is being like this, around 80-85 in the 6th gear, undulations, elevation changes, no issues. You can just enjoy your Sunday morning ride or just lazing around on such lovely roads. Of course, we will have some scenic spots also coming. And the second way is a bike gunning it hard. In that regard, I show you very quickly, but seated upright with good noise and sound from the exhaust. It's a good way to enjoy the motorcycle, and at this speed around 80, it's smooth. It's under 5000 RPM. It's smooth. Just a bit of vibrations from the foot pegs, but nothing that will be annoying to you or uncomfortable to you. The mirrors
They do the job decently well. The issue is with the design. This thing just hampers the amount of area you can use to look at what's happening behind you. So not great mirrors, mainly down to the fact of the design of the mirrors. But yeah, I'm able to see what's behind me. Our car is coming behind us, for example. And yeah, this is how I love to enjoy my motorcycles. Without pushing it hard, without trying it hard, just remaining in the mid-range and enjoying such roads, good views. But then you also have this side of the extreme. The dynamics are really, really very nice of the motorcycle. You are dual. It's meant to be a thoroughly enjoyable 250cc. Yes, it does that. And does not disappoint. There were other stretches we took in the morning. Absolutely zero traffic. And the way it was holding onto the line that I wanted. In fact, at places the highway was new. We had a fair bit of small stones as well, which we call in Hindi roadi patthar. But even going over them on a curve, it did not upset the balance of the bike. Nice setup, even till around 6000 RPM. When you're kissing the 100 mark, just a hint of vibrations from the foot pegs. So overall, they've done a good job ensuring vibes are less. Otherwise, in a 250cc single cylinder, in which you are extracting so much power and giving it a good setup for handling, sometimes you do sacrifice on the NVH levels, but not in this case. One more long lift. This is nice. This is enjoyable. Of course, kudos to Hero for picking out a good route where we can enjoy the bike the way it's meant to be. And then we take the 4-lane highway back towards Udaipur, where I'll talk about the cruising ability or the cruising manners for the Xtreme 250R. Even till about 8000 RPM, the overall these vibes are well contained through the handlebars and the back area. But I think you can make out my voice is vibrating, shaking a bit, because at these speeds, even small undulations are felt a lot from the suspension, which again is just geared towards having fun. Yesterday we had the Xpulse 210. It spoiled me in comfort. The right quality plush. This is nice. Can't call it plush. Not uncomfortable. It's meant for a purpose. So yeah, pretty happy with the purpose. And finally, how does the Xtreme behave on open roads? We are now just about to join the Udaipur Mount Abu 4-lane. Scenic, it's fabulous, and a great place to understand what the Xtreme 250R is all about. By the way, our review of the Xpulse 210 is also live, and even that's a great tool for long distance biking, including the adventure part. But for now, let me tell you more about this bike. Pleasantly surprised the lack of harsh vibrations till now, and it's also true when you are out on open roads at triple-digit speeds. First of all, the RPM. At 6000, you are just shy of 100, and slight buzzing from the left foot pegs, but that's about it. Good composure. Of course, it's a naked, so I have wind blast coming in. But even if I start going faster, now I get some buzzing from the seat, inching towards 105. Flat out. So largely, it's really commendable. So largely, it's commendable, the job of controlling the wife's slight, especially from the handlebars. And if you want to be cruising at 100 all day long, it is possible. Slight vibes from the tank, slight from the foot pegs, but nothing that's annoying. Usually in a single cylinder large capacity 250 or 300, you do have those vibes coming in which you don't like. But I am happy with this. Apart from the wind blast, it's a naked bike, so you can tour on this. You want to go to a weekend destination where there are a set of hills, but before that you need to do highway touring. it will do that. And look at the punch. The way it gathers speed. Look at this, 110, 120. And this is a 250cc, it's not a large capacity motor. So they're definitely giving it long picks. Good work, Hero. But the surf suspension, I just felt that. That's how it sounds like. Back into the airport, of course, we aren't staying at Stirling, but back towards the city. So inside town, how does it behave? Let's talk about that as well. Now, inside city limits for the Xtreme, plus point, again, upright seating, your visibility is nice. You are in control of the motorcycle. That really helps a lot. And I've just realized, been in the saddle for 4 hours now, collectively over 160 kilometers. Although there is ample room in the seat for me to move around, the seat is definitely on the harder side. Again, keeping up with the overall theme of the motorcycle. But that also means undertaking long rides will leave you with a pain in your bum. Back to city rides, outside seating posture, the amount of torque coming in at lower RPM. Again, I'm in around 40 in the fourth gear, and you can just laze around with moving traffic. That is a really, really good plus point. And of course, when you want to close in on a gap, you just do this and you get going. By the way, you can undertake clutchless shifts, be it upshift like this or downshifts like this. You can do that. With my UK10 shoe size, boot size, I am facing an issue that I have to really take my left foot down under the gap between the left foot peg and the gear lever to change gears. That could have been in a better way, but otherwise clutchless shifts are possible. The clutch is on the lighter side for city usage. Your visibility is nice, your seat is slightly higher up, and with the brakes I'm happy. They are not excellent, mind you, but I'm happy with the brakes as well. And when you're accelerating out from a curve or a corner into some gaps, the bike does end up sounding nice. So that again is a plus point for a 250cc. We've seen that in the Expos as well. Even that sounds nice for a stock motorcycle, and even the Xtreme sounds nice for a stock bike. Ride quality, tarmac, these small undulations, I'm now getting used to the bike. Again, it's not plush, but it's not uncomfortable. It's only about those cement joints which I encountered a while back, is when you do wish that the ride could have been plusher. But given the sporty intentions, if you understand the machine, what it's meant for, you will not have a reason to complain from the ride quality point of view in most cases.
So yes, definitely it's a versatile motorcycle across variety of situations, be it the city usage or gunning it on the highways at triple-digit speeds or across twisties towards the Kumbagal area. This bike has impressed me a lot. There are only a very few shortcomings. I've told you about the mirrors, not the best around because of the design over here. The visibility is not excellent. You have to slightly move your shoulders to get a better view. B, some kind of tingling sensations coming in from the seat area and the foot pegs at certain RPMs, but overall NVH is perfect. Brakes, my colleagues over here kept telling me they weren't happy with the brakes, but I think for an average rider or average owner, the brakes will fare very nicely. Even during our stint, I didn't have any close calls in terms of people coming on the road or animals on the road when I was braking hard on the motorcycle. So yes, all in all, given the riding needs and the riding conditions and the way it is positioned, it is a perfect setup in terms of agility. Of course, slightly stiff ride, and the seat will demand a proper bio brake or a bump brake every 3 to 4 hours. Also economy, frankly, we were pushing the motorcycle a lot, be it city usage or out on the highways or twisties. We were seeing a regular 34 to 36 kmpl, but if you ride with a light right wrist, you can get 40 kmpl from this motor. Now the design parameter. This bike looks aggressive, no two ways about it. We have shown you the design angle, the design theme at the Auto Expo a few months back, and look at this. The front is definitely aggressive. It's very, very sharp, and in this price band, as compared to the rivals, it is one of the better or best looking naked motorcycles in the segment, and that's got to do with the front as well as the rear of the bike. Now, this is a completely clean area. You might think it's not road legal, but this is a clean, sporty, road legal motorcycle with sort of a tail etiquette coming in over here. Hero has experimented in a very good manner. It's road legal because of course you have your indicators, you have your lights coming in over here, you have your mud guard, you have the reflectors and the number plate as well. And adding some meat to this angle is the exhaust. It's not underbody or in front of the rear tire. It is exposed for that extra gruntiness or the sportiness coming into the whole design theme. You have a properly loaded display over here with a couple of trip meters, and they also show you the average fuel economy and the average speeds. They also show you the kind of ABS mode you are in. ABS modes are present in this bike and the Xpulse 210 as well. Easy to use and easy to understand. Of course, you also have a hazard switch, which I'll switch off right over here. You have the connected app, and that's why you have the SOS switch right over here. So on the move, something happens to you or you want some help, you can use this to call for emergency help with the connected feature. USB charging outlet comes in over here, and the tank is not metal, it's fiber or plastic, and you see the same fiber plastic at a lot of places. This is for the aggressive angle. Seat is on the bigger side. I stand 6 feet tall and I have ample room to move around over here, and that has helped me on twisties as well. You can easily shift your bum into the corner for the weight transfer and get going as well. However, it is on the slightly firmer side, which I've told you in the review as well. How is the pillion? I'll do one thing. Julian behind the camera, he can possibly come here and sit behind me to show you how two of us look like. I stand 6 feet tall and Julian, he's 5'9", 5'10".
Actually very nice.
So he seems to be sitting on the first floor, not as bad as the RM5 for example. Not to be compared, it's a different segment altogether. 6 feet tall, 5'10". Yes, he seems to be sitting slightly closer to me. The Xpulse yesterday was a more roomier option. Can we fit a small backpack between both of us?
Yes, we can have this.
And do you have room at the back?
I'm at the edge actually, holding the grab wheels, the split ones, which is actually very, very good.
So the grab wheels are nice, but the seat is just about perfect for a person who's like Julian. But of course, if you have your better half or your girlfriend or someone else who's slimmer or shorter than Julian, then there'll be no issues. But you can make out his knee is getting into my thigh area. So crawling in traffic might be slightly difficult with a pillion at the back. But then again, it's a naked motorcycle. It's meant to be enjoyed alone. And in that way, I am happy with the motorcycle. So in the end, time for the verdict on the Xtreme 250R by showing you the best possible angle of the motorcycle as well. Now there are just a few small shortcomings / cons of the bike, but when you look at the price, 1.8 lakh rupees ex-showroom daily, and the kind of performance, this is a versatile setup. The engine is lovely across all the kind of rev range, the low end, the mid range and the high range. Then I think it's a very, very good package by Hero. Looks smashing. It's comfortable enough for small stints, even for 2 to 3 hours. The engine has so much grunt. It's the lack of vibrations will definitely impress you. And yes, the overall quality of panels and the switches is top notch as well. Once again, pricing has to be the icing on the cake, and the same pricing can also get you an Xpulse 210, with which I was very, very happy. Any questions about the Xtreme 250R which I have not answered, please ask me in the comment section below. And of course, we have also booked the Zoom 160 for 91 wheels. That comes to our channel for content creation very, very soon. For all the videos around the 160, you know what to do. Do subscribe and hit that important bell icon as well. If you hit the bell icon, the notification for the new videos will come to you instantly.